Oh, yeah. Happy Halloween, everybody. Welcome to the show, October 31st. It's creepy. Thanksgiving around the corner. We'll all be dead soon. Let's be fucking honest, huh? Let's be honest. Anyways, how you guys doing out there? 833-599-6425. 833-599-6425 is the phone number. A lot of close-ups today, all right? I'm not wearing this fucking makeup for, There you go. Hi, how are you? Mama! Ooh. Look, we got a couple Antifa punks in the fucking house. Here you go. Why don't you take your fucking glasses off? You're a little more threatening, Jace.
I actually really need them.
A little louder, Jace. Again, you're like a little girl. Get on the fucking mic and talk like a man. Oh, you're muffled. Go ahead.
A little bit. I actually really need them.
Yeah, I know.
I'm actually not Antifa.
You're not? Who are you, Ryan? Backup goalie for the fucking Rangers? Yeah, okay. I don't have fucking 20 minutes.
Are you dog styling me? Are you fucking dog styling me?
Oh, is that... Really? Boy, I'm glad you got to that right at the top of the show. Anyways, we'll get to Halloween in a second. I wouldn't spend 10 minutes on Halloween normally. Hey, guys, I can hear you. The fuck? Do I have to come in there and anti-Antifa, you pricks? I wouldn't spend Halloween talking about Halloween usually, but since, appropriation and race and ethnicity and the college campuses just taking the fun out of life, you liberal fuckstains, is what you're doing. I thought this was funny. Look at this. How do black women work the register? Seriously, with these fuckers on. Or white ladies, don't want to offend anybody. But black girls have the nails are twice as long, and they have like the Last Supper painted on them, and somebody making a touchdown catch, their boyfriend. Look at this. I don't know if you can. It's mustache. Under it says Bigote, bigote, which is Spanish for mustache, but it's also bigot. I mean, the fucking irony is thick as that Italian girl's mustache. Bigote. It's got the word bigot with an E on it. I mean, life is crazy, isn't it? Crazy as a bag of shit, I'll tell you. Happy Halloween. How do you work these fucking nails? Oh my God. I might give myself a hand job later, pretend it's the waitress at the fucking Fuddruckers. Applebee's, sorry. Jesus. Now I'm a cashier. Now I'm the fucking cafeteria lady. All right. I can't. They take your real nails off with them. Like fucking Gorilla Glue. Okay, I get the hands of Betty White. I can't even pick up the paper. Jesus Christ. I'd have more mobility if I was paralyzed. A follow-up story from yesterday. As you all know, Whitey Bulger, the fucking cold-hearted killer from Boston, was murdered in prison, a West Virginia prison. And this is a follow-up before I get to the Halloween problems on campus and whatnot. But meet the mob hitman who's suspected of killing Whitey Bulger. See that? My wife and a lot of women would eat him up alive, knowing that, not that he's just, not only that he's good looking, but that he's a fucking killer. You know, these girls, I like a bad boy, like what? Who records a movie illegally on the TV set? This motherfucker is a bad boy, and he's good looking. It pisses me. I don't like guys like that. Handsome. Not only is he going to beat me up, he's going to kill me. And enjoy it. But that is ex-mafia hitman Fotios Freddy Geese. He's suspected of rubbing out Bulger, 89, on Tuesday morning, hours after the mobster was transferred to Hazleton Fed Pen in West Virginia. And they say, law enforcement says, oh my God, I can't. Hold on. Ow! I feel like Jamal Khashoggi. My fucking... Girls, you don't have to do this for us. Honest to Christ, I wouldn't make anybody. This is some sexist... Hold on. Oh my God, it's the actual nails are coming off. Imagine that hurts that much and these are fake nails. Can you imagine some Saudi prince ripping your fingernails out one at a time? The dirty fucking Arabs. Ow, 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 ow! Okay. Hold on. Anyways, Jesus. Don't ever do that for men. Anyways, he's a rich man now. He'll run any prison he's in, a law enforcement source told MassLive.com. Geese 51 is serving a life sentence at Hazleton for the 2003 murders of one-time mob boss Adolfo Big Al Bruno. I wouldn't even fucking fight that guy just because of his name. And associate Gary Westerman. I remember reading about this in a book. The former West Springfield, Massachusetts resident has not disputed his role in the death of Bulger. A law enforcement source said the wheelchair-bound Bulger was badly beaten by. It'll be funny if he wasn't badly beaten. He actually got some shots in. He's in a wheelchair and he's 89. Beaten by a group of inmates, including one who used a padlock wrapped in a saw. You really need to use a padlock on an 89-year-old guy in a wheelchair? That's how tough fucking Whitey Bulger is. Geese has an open hatred for rats, making Bulger a prime target because he was ratted on once, so he really fucking hates rats.
Hey, Phil. Fucking rat anyways. Whole family's all rats. You would have grew up to be a rat.
He's got a great disdain for informants. Daniel Kelly, a lawyer who represented both Geese and his younger brother Ty Geese in several criminal cases. Freddy is a dying breed, added Kelly. I would actually say Whitey is a dying breed. Geese has led a life of crime with a rap sheet dating back to his teens. He and his brother Ty were convicted of killing Bruno, a Genovese capo cowboy style in 2003. What does that mean? They brought him to Outback and got him a nice, what the some nice, a blooming onion and a, Geese hired the hitman in Bruno's murder, but shot Westerman twice in the head himself after luring him to a home in Agawam for a purported home invasion. The Geese brothers served as hitmen for Anthony Irolata, who became a made man in the Mafia in 2003, but then flipped by becoming an FBI informant after he and the two men were charged in Bruno's murder. Irolata wound up serving 99 months in exchange for his testimony against the brothers and others, and has since entered the witness protection program. And he just said, look, I just want to go, I'm nasally. I want to go where it's nice. And Geese wasn't swayed one bit by Irolata's cooperation, despite knowing he was facing a life sentence. Freddy is a man's man, the attorney said. And that's what women love, really. Let's be honest. My wife dated a bunch of mafiosos when she was real young in the Bronx. And I got, well, how did you end up on me, fucking with me? I mean, I got busted for a U-turn. I almost started crying a couple weeks ago. You got the wrong Gindalone. Fucking Ryan stretching his neck. He's just like a kid. You really have no attention. Ryan is like a fucking 7-year-old at Chuck E. Cheese on his birthday. He's just, but he's handsome as hell. He's got my shirt on my necktie. Put your fucking outfit back on, will you? Put the other one on. I like the punky face. His attorney said, yeah, Freddy's a man's man. After Anthony Irolata flipped, there was a back channel for Freddy to try to persuade him to cooperate too. He didn't even blink an eye. He didn't flinch. He just said no. It reminds me of in the Gotti movie in the 80s. He just said, these guys are doing 1,000 years. They don't roll over for nobody. Here's a clip. This is not the clip from Gotti. It's a different clip from Gotti. But
And don't you ever fucking believe that anyone, anywhere,
looks like me,
is gonna fuck with us.
That was Belichick talking to his defense at halftime. That's the fucking movie. Okay? You want John Travolta playing Gotti? He'd look more manly with dressed up like this.
Don't you ever believe anybody's gonna fuck with you. Now drive home safely. Believe me when I tell you that's the most dangerous part of your day.
Gotti movie in the 1980s on HBO. Google it, get it. You'll fucking eat. Amina Santi was tremendous. Fucking Travolta playing Gotti. What, Nathan Lane? Nathan Lane gonna play fucking... Well, they're going to have Nathan Lane playing, I can't even think of a mafioso, Michael Corleone. Let's get to the Halloween nonsense, shall we? Listen to this. What's that? Say that again, please. Quit whispering. Are they related to what I'm talking about? Okay, go ahead. Give me it. We're going to get rid of this because I don't need the $6, but go ahead.
All right, so we actually got like 3 at once. Oh, my God.
Go ahead.
So we got Justin G.
Yeah.
Glad and Kellogg's indoctrinate kids now. You have to read the Bustle article, Live Insanity. Both from Justin G.
What am I supposed to do with that?
I don't know. We got Mike Rossi again. He was on last week. I need to know if Nick stood in front of his bathroom mirror applying that mascara.
No, I didn't. I had your sister do it. She stayed over last night, you fuck stain.
What a visual.
All right. I'm kidding.
And
No,
Bunny
I didn't
Galore.
do this. Well, how would I know how to do this? Come on. You're impugning my masculinity. So am I. Good point, Mr. Rossi. Go ahead.
I did it for him.
Yeah.
Bunny Galore. I am crying laughing. You could do The View, Nick. Or
I look
The
like
View
Joy
show.
Behar's fucking life partner.
He's on.
Mama, ooh, I don't want to die. I sometime wish I'd never been born. Ed Crouchy, that goes out to you. Anyways, let's get to the college. This is a controversial time, Halloween, for colleges since they've been indoctrinated with this PC faggotry, I like to call it. Michigan State University, they might be the most politically correct campus in the country. I swear to God. Listen to the MSU flowchart helps students decide if costumes are racist. Oh, my aching stem. This is how this makes me feel.
You've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value. I'm as mad as hell, and I'm not going to take this anymore.
Dorms at Michigan State University featured a flowchart, which I have one for my wife when she's having that time of the week. It's over my bed. It's a pie chart, which prompt students could use to determine whether or not their Halloween costume was fucking racist.
I know what you did. You're a damn terrorist. All right.
Imagine we're at that point in this country. Do you understand the rest of the world's probably enjoying, well, Western Europe's probably has the same jerk-off rules, but MSU inclusion. Listen, I want you guys to take note of the titles of some of the agencies, some of the offices that they have on campus at MSU. MSU Inclusion and Intercultural Initiatives Director, Paulette Russell, who should be shot in front of her kids, said that the posters are meant to help students, but acknowledge that the students have the right to wear whatever costumes they want. Well, thanks for clearing that up. Look at that fucking flow chart. Imagine having to read all that before you put on your lesbian fucking cowboy costume or whatever. An RA told Campus Reform that his department, this RA is good, his department asked him to address cultural appropriation with his residents, but that he did not want to send an email pertaining to the subject. Good for you, RA, whoever you are. A Michigan State University department debuted Halloween posters titled, "A Culture is Not a Costume." It included a guide called, "Is your Halloween costume racist?" I don't know. What fuckface is asking me? And why is it any of your business? It's not funny unless it is racist. How about that? No fucking rule, as Bill Maher would say. You can't wear it. If I had a kid in 5th grade and they would have a Halloween party in their class, I would send them dressed as a pregnant Native American with a hatchet in her neck while she's stabbing a baby seal that's smoking. Oh, my God. George Lopez is now working the phones in there. Get a shot of, hi, George, how are you? What the? That's racist. That's some racist shit. Listen to this. Another agency on MSU. MSU's Residence Hospitality and Services, what is it, the Red Roof Inn department featured the signs, which included a heavily detailed cultural appropriation versus appreciation section as spotted by Campus Reform. The boards are found throughout many of the university's dorms. One poster brands the addition of a sombrero, cut back to my boy, an addition of a sombrero to a taco costume is racist. So you're telling me you can dress as a taco and that's fine. But you throw a sombrero, that makes it racist? Oh, I guess because everybody loves tacos. So if you dress as a meatball, you'd be fine unless you dumped a pint of tomato sauce over your head, or you dress as a tampon, but if you put the string on it, that's fucking racist. I mean, who's making this shit up? Seriously, mentally ill, left-wing progressive cum guzzlers. That's my guess. The poster contains a flowchart which asks students whether their costumes use blackface, swastikas, or have literally a name of a minority that you are not in the... So, I want to make a point here. Those are the rules. So, in other words, blackface, swastikas, or a name of a minority. So, in other words, the rules are only for white people. They're only for white. Only white people can be racist at MSU. Are you fucking dog styling me? Jesus fucking Christ. Blackface, only a white person would put that. Yeah, a black person's not going to put on blackface. Swastikas, of course, you know, if a Jew or a black put on a swastika, nobody's going to get in trouble. At one point, the poster suggests that if students are still asking yourself the question, is the costume racist? They should not wear it. No. In my rules, if you're asking yourself, is this racist? That means thumbs up, get out there. Oh my God. If I had the money, I'd move the fuck out of this country. I don't know where I'd go. Maybe Switzerland. A lot of white people out there. Just teasing. Fucking flow chart. A space that is so diverse, tensions arise when certain things happen. We're talking about a college campus. Through costumes, MSU, and listen to this, another title, MSU Inclusion and Intercultural Initiatives Director, Paulette Russell. Oh, we mentioned her before. The poster is to help students in residence halls to understand why certain depictions might be offensive, and if someone takes offense, they have a reason. That's not your call, Paulette. What kind of wet fucking rag are you? You must have been a blast in high school at parties. Why would you take on this job? I'm guessing you might be a minority. I don't know that. You could be a white liberal woman. Either way, go hang yourself. Please. Please hang yourself and have your kids videotape it so I can make it go fucking viral. I like to call you the C word. And you know what that is? Cancer. You are a cancer to everything we find fucking near and dear in the United States. But Russell, when asked about possible consequences for students who violate statements on the bulletin board, suggested that wearing any given costume certainly is the student's right. Well, thanks for fucking clearing that up, Paula. Donna Kaplowitz, MSU's faculty associate of the Intercultural Dialogues program. That is what, the third title? The third title that's so steeped in PC. Did you see how fucked up? We actually are mentally ill in this country when it comes to the issue of race. We are mentally ill thanks to progressives and left-wing, white, guilty, self-hating white jerk-offs who have ingested this shit and actually believe it's their fault. Oh, my aching stem. Somebody put a bullet behind my left ear, please. She presumed the boards are not instructing, not what should be worn, but educating on how certain costumes are perceived by others. Did you ever think the people that were smart enough to get into your college don't need to be educated on what their costume and how it's going to affect other people? Do you ever think of that, you pompous, arrogant, fucking know-it-all, fucking government is good, bullshit-eating, titless wonder you? God fucking Jesus H. A 2017-2018 event schedule shows that the university held MRULE, which stands for Multiracial Unity Living Experience. There's the fifth phrase of PC bullshit. Cultural appropriation and Halloween event in cultural appropriation campaign within the campus resident halls. Oh, I would love to take you people out and just fucking, I don't know, somebody make something up funny, please. How did you guys survive at your age? Honest to God, growing up in a world like this. Halloween was so goddamn fun for me in the early 1800s. I used to make my own buttercream and then put it God damn it, I was going to do a gag. I was going to have an apple out here, be putting a razor blade in it when we open the show. Which reminds me of a great joke, the greatest Halloween joke ever by Harlan Williams, very funny comedian. He goes, I loved Halloween as a kid, but I grew up in a rich Beverly Hills neighborhood. Somebody put a razor in my apple. It was electric. I don't care if that's a rim shot or not. It's a great goddamn joke, and please don't judge the jokes. Let's go talk to Jaden in Oakland, talking about the border. As you know, Trump is moving the military down there, and we have the pictures to prove it. Say hello to Hillary Clinton, by the way, our first live guest. Look at her. Just look at her. Jaden, what's up?
What's up, pleb? Hey, you look like that Sue Johnson from that sex show on that public access show on Sundays, homie. That old lady from Vancouver. But
I don't know if it's.
I agree with.
Go ahead, Jaden.
I agree with you on all that politically correct costume bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a Somali pirate for Halloween with a butterscotch dashiki and an inflatable AR-15. And I want to give a shout out to my homeboy Tom Likis out there. Tom, I know you out there, homie. And I want to tell you that the only problem I have with AR-15s is they cost too goddamn much, and I can never afford them shit.
All right, Jaden.
That's the only issue I have.
Yep.
And the Mexicans are coming over to that California border, and they're gonna make America great again. And all you white Caucasians out there, cockamamie fools acting spurious, that white people drinking wine, it's because that Mexicans making you that wine in Napa Valley. I can't go to Napa because Napa gives me allergies. It's like Vegas out there. All that women in Napa want to fuck, but I get allergies and a runny nose, so I can never fuck in Napa. And that white.
All right, Jaden. And when a black guy gets a runny nose, and Nick, how do you know he's black? Well, his name's Jaden. He's from Oakland, and I sense a dialect. That's how. And they always have to get it Whitey, don't they? Have to dig it Whitey. He is upset because these illegals pouring over. They do compete with guys like Jaden with an IQ of 11 trying to get jobs at Wendy's, and the Mexicans take over because they'll work circles around you. All right. Let's go to Riley in Missouri. He wants to talk about the topic we are on, which is Halloween. Riley, what up?
Hey, what's going on, Nick?
Not too much.
That was the fourth worst black impression I've heard this week.
Yeah, I think that might have been an impression. I'm not sure, but yeah, I think you might be right.
Well, putting all these rules out there like that, it's like fucking reverse Footloose. It's just like the Christians telling people they can't have dances and we can have fun, but we got to have rules. We can have fun if you follow these guidelines, and then, man, fuck all that shit.
I know, but
go out and have a good time.
Riley.
And just like Halloween when I was a kid.
Riley,
sorry, go ahead.
Is that really the best and most relevant example? You can go back to Christians telling people not to dance.
No, not at all. That's all. That's the first thing that came to my mind. That's how cartoonish it is. That's how fucking
it is. You're right.
That shit only happened in a town, the population of 500, but now it's happening on a college campus, with a population of 10,000.
That's true.
Here's Halloween when I was a kid. If you fucked up, you got punched in the face, and then the next day, everything was fine. So go out there, wear whatever you want. You get punched in the face. Probably took it a little too far. If not, have a good time and get a blowjob.
There you go. Thank you, Riley. Which reminded me of a great Halloween story. True story. In the 80s, me and my buddy Tony, who's now a successful eye doctor, went to Stitch's Comedy Club where I did my first set ever. And this was after I started doing comedy for a while. They weren't doing, they had a Halloween show. And the audience dressed up in their costumes. Me and Tony picked up two girls dressed like pandas. They had the white makeup and the black eyes, and we brought them home and actually had sex with them, and everything was fine. We're high-fiving each other and shit. And then the next morning, they showered at our apartment, and they came out, and they were both 4.5s. Oh, my God. It was fucking, we were going, what the fuck? I mean, we had reputations. We were seeing pretty girls. And we're going, Jesus Christ, they were dressed like pandas. And what's funny is when they took the makeup off, they were scarier than the fucking actual costumes. That was my favorite Halloween ever. Me and him were in a bedroom laughing. They heard us, too. One of them heard us say, oh, my God. And they were, they were nice about it. They both left crying. But anyways, I made him a grilled cheese, made him split it. That's the way I was. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. The Red Sox parade. Anyways, didn't even bring it up. But by the way, thousands upon thousands, duck boats today celebrating. Didn't even bring it up. Just brought it up now. What's that? Good.
Got some super chats for you?
I can't hear you, brother. Talking to the mic and press the fucking button, you retard.
I got some super chats
there
for you.
There you go, fuckface.
All right. Chris Kaufman Jr. Doesn't everyone know the more quiet things become, the more tensions go up? By the way, political correctness is a communist concept invented by Chairman Mao.
That's true. And let me say what Mr. Mao said when he was talking about political correctness. He went, all
right, I got the next one by
Hold on. I'm going to comment, you cheese eater. Fucking A. What was his first comment, Ryan?
Doesn't everyone know the more quiet things become, the more tensions go up?
That is a excellent point, by the way. That's why everybody loved Tough Crowd. It's true. The more you suppress speech, which only one party's doing, by the way, the more the tension rises, whether it's gender-related, race-related. When you bust balls about it, when you're around your friends, and I assume you have black friends or whatever, or mixed, and you bust balls, it's a total different thing. Like, that's why me and Patrice had such a great relationship, and Patrice and Colin and Jimmy Norton and stuff. We would say shit that would get us arrested today. And fucking Patrice would laugh at, he'd say shit about white people that would get him stabbed in fucking Southie, and we would laugh. And it really is. Fuck music, okay? Music is, let's hold hands and teach the world to sing and bring the world together. You know, that's supposedly music's spirit. That doesn't do it. It's comedy. It's saying ugly shit. It's showing the ugly side of you, but the honest side of you. When you say something racist or construed as racist on stage, there are some people who appreciate it and go, you know what? He's showing warts and all, that he's a human being. Anyways.
Got some more?
Go ahead.
Mike Rossi, I can't believe you finally put someone...
Hey, hold on. Ryan, how do you spell Rossi?
Rossi.
Yeah. And where did you grow up? In fucking Dublin? How about Mike Rossi?
Okay. Mike Rossi.
Did you go to college?
I did.
Where'd you go?
Oneonta. Communications.
Communication. Woo. Go ahead, twink.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't believe you finally put someone in that seat next to you. But Hillary? Really?
Well, you got to understand, I live up in the fucking woods. What do you think? People are going to fly in on helicopters? I'm on a compound here. It looks just like Lake Tahoe, but yes, that's Hillary. After Bill came home with the stink of a fucking IHOP waitress on his thumbs. Go ahead, next.
Patrick Dorr. I'm going to trick-or-treating as a feminist, which is why I have a patch of brown shag carpeting from a VW van between my two front teeth.
It's kind of funny. Not a bad effort there, fella. It's hard to eat a Twix, though, when you have pubes in your teeth. I've tried that many times.
He also says, Nick, what are you? The album cover to Transformer?
Yes. I don't know what that means.
Neither do I.
No, wait. Transformer's a great album. Was that that's fucking Lou Reed, isn't it? Am I wrong? I don't know. It is, right? Good. That's actually a good joke. And Lou Reed, one of my favorites. Lou Reed, Rock and Roll Animal live album is my favorite album of all time. Anyways, that's when I used to shoot heroin between my nipples. Back to the show. Is there any more?
Mike Rossi just threw in another one. Thank you, Nick. I cringed every time they said my name. Nick Rossi.
Fucking Rossi. Oh, my God. Great college education. Money well spent. I look like a dyke from Sicily. Let's be honest. Mangia the bucchiacchia. I like a side order of puss with some ziti. Look at the Antifa guy laughing behind his fucking faggy mask. Oh. Anyways. You guys hang on there. I'm going to go on to the next article. We're going to spend some time on Halloween here. Again, because it's where the political, cultural, it's turned into a fucking joke. Here we go. Good. Why can I hear Ryan? Oh, my God. It's like his first day here. Thanks, Jason. Good Housekeeping compiled a list of 15 problematic costumes, not including mine. How are you? Who wants a blowjob out there? I say that. Can somebody freshen up my lipstick? Now it looks like my regular lip. You know what I look like? Those photographs my dad in the 50s. You know, they used to colorize the black and white photograph. They put like, my dad's like marine pictures makes them look like this. You know what I mean? The pink cheeks and shit. You probably know, Jason. This is what my dad looked like as a private. Well, Carly. Okay, here we go. The 5 most triggering Halloween costumes of 2018. Good Housekeeping, female magazine, by the way, compiled a list of 15 problematic. Nick, are you just saying that women do house? Yeah, that is what I'm saying. If you don't like it, lick my left nut. Compiled a list of 15 problematic costumes that they say are not funny and should never, ever be worn. A few of the costumes on their list really are wildly inappropriate and not funny, like the Burning Twin Towers costume, the Anne Frank costume, anything involving blackface, which I disagree is hilarious, and of course anything depicting human genitalia, which I disagree with. I mean, I knocked on doors in 7th grade. I had a hog, a dildo stuck to my forehead, and people falling out of their house laughing. Also, dressing up as a dead celebrity zombies is apparently a thing, and that is gross and very wrong. It's a total bullshit. However, most of the costumes that made their list, while arguably in poor taste, are really in the eye of the beholder. Yeah, that's the point. What makes them problematic is they might offend people who love to be offended, which is why the list of costumes to avoid grows every year and the list of permissible costumes gets smaller. Well, the point is to offend the people that get easily offended, is my point. For instance, the costume police say it's wrong to dress up like a hobo, which has been a Halloween favorite since the 1811s. For decades, that made our list because it makes fun of the homeless. No, it doesn't. A hobo has a home, by the way. And you know what it is? It's a boxcar train. Am I right, kids? You are correct, sir. Who hasn't made it fun of homeless? My first 20 minutes in comedy were on homeless people. People ate it up. New York City, the city that never sleeps. That's what they called it. City that never sleeps. What, do you shit me? How come everywhere I look, there's somebody passed out in their own urine? City's exhausted as far. There's more to the joke. I can't even remember it. Okay, here's the top 5 lists of supposedly Halloween costumes that'll trigger people. Crazy Psycho. Crazy Psycho in a straitjacket. How is that even fucking offensive, huh?
You're fucking crazy.
No wearing a straitjacket as well as any other equipment typically associated with institutionalization of someone with a mental illness trivializes how devastating these conditions can be. Good Housekeeping says. I'll repeat this, and I've said this before, folks. You've heard me say it's my theory, and it's dead on like everything else I say. Political correctness is based in what? Oversensitivity. Who's apt to be more sensitive, a man or a woman? In whose DNA are you more apt to find the sensitivity gene? I think this is women. And the more feminine, and I'm not blaming, there's politically correct guys now because they've grown up with this shit, but it's not in their DNA. They are a product of their environment. It seeped into their brains. But women, and thank God they are, a little more sensitive than men naturally. Oh, what a sexist remark. Fuck off. So, again, these are from women. This is from, what's the magazine, Jason? Homekeeping?
Good Housekeeping.
What is it?
Good Housekeeping.
Good Housekeeping. Costume number 2 that'll send people crazy. Cultural stereotypes.
Ay, 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 ay. I am the Frito Bandito. Hey, I like Fritos corn chips. I love them, I do. I want Fritos corn chips. I'll get them from you. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, I am the Frito Bandito.
I know what you did. You're a damn credit risk. All right, just get the hell out of here.
Costume. When somebody dresses up as a member of a culture, that isn't their own, particularly in an exaggerated or humorous way. It can be hurtful to those who do belong. Good housekeeping skulls. Even if it's a beloved Disney character. And then it says, hint, Moana. I don't even know what that means. I wrote Disney off in the 4th grade. Me and my brother would go to school. Everybody was talking about the Wonderful World of Walt Disney. Every Sunday night they had a movie or whatever. And me and my brother would be talking about a hockey brawl between the Bruins and Canadians. Number 3. This is a costume that'll set people off. Body shaming and objectifying costume. Do we have a picture of these, Jace? They can. But there you go. Body is fucking... Since when are these not funny? Inflatable adult sumo fat man bodysuit wrestler costume blow up fancy, $42.89. When it comes to disrespecting women, this is what it says in the article. This costume is a double whammy of awful. It not only reduces women to sex objects, but it makes a woman's weight into a joke. 3 fat broads walk into a bar. One of them orders heavy cream, the other pretzels, the other a pot roast. Good housekeeping explains, in the age of body positivity, what the fuck is that? I'm positive I have a shitty body. Is that what they mean? Haven't we grown past this yet? The answer is no. People with a sense of humor and don't have the skin like fucking rice paper can laugh at their fat, ugly bodies, and they should be shamed. They should stay in their house and be ashamed of their hips on prom night. Nick, what kind of talk is that? I don't know. I'll tell you what kind of talk it is.
You've got to get mad. You've got to say, I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
Terrorist Halloween costume. That's apparently what sets people crazy. The
Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar!
Whether it's a member of ISIS or someone who's committed a horrifying mass shooting, we can all agree that it is 100% a bad idea to dress up as a terrorist. I love how we can all agree. Do you hear the pompous in the air? We can all agree. Don't speak for me, you fucking thin-skinned bitches. I'd love to see a fucking 4-year-old. Matter of fact, if I ever have kids, probably too late, I would have my kid christened in an Osama bin Laden suit, splashing water on his forehead. We can all agree. You don't find the same thing funny as I do. Shut the fuck up. You're the woman who walks out of my show 8 minutes in because you thought Nick must laugh at the same shit as I do. There's nothing funnier than a kid dressed like a terrorist. I got my niece a fucking a belt of dynamite and a shoulder rocket grenade launcher, and she fucking adored it. Oh, God. Oh, and number 5, the costume that you should not do. And it's the transphobic costume, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm really gay. I'm super duper gay. I'm gayer than a rainbow. I'm gayer than I'll say.
I love gay people, by the way, but I think they would laugh at the shit. I mean, isn't that what Halloween's turned into? Go down to the Village in New York City on Halloween night. You won't find a straight person there. Who the fuck is that? Is that the that's supposed to offend? I'm offended by the fucking pattern on that dress. That's the most offensive thing about that. I think Ryan would agree. Listen. Backed by popular demand, Walmart sells offensive trainee granny costume. This trainee granny costume was pulled from Walmart after facing backlash from 100 broads who looked like fucking Rosie O'Donnell in a 3-point stance in the parking lot. From consumers who pointed out that it mocks and satirizes transgender women. In addition to using a transphobic slur, Good Housekeeping says, meaning, the phrase tranny. You going to tell me Mrs. Doubtfire wasn't a 4-star movie? Please, get off my back. Can we have some fun? Look at the rack on that fella. What's offensive is he's holding a broom and shit. That would get me, whether I'm straight, transgender, or bi. That's the most offensive part. Ryan in Dallas wants to talk about what cultural appropriate, what that means. That's a good question, Ryan. What's it mean to you?
First of all, you fucking killed when you came to Dallas. That was the best show
I got a standing ovation. I got a step from half the audience. I know it wasn't that big an audience, but I got half the audience stood up.
All 12 of us love that shit.
Oh, now you ruined it, shithead. I should hang up on you, but go ahead.
So I'm 35. 3 years ago, I never even heard of this term, cultural appropriation. You know, I have a few points that I want to go over. America is a melting pot of culture.
Whoa, Ryan, you don't have time to do a few points. You can make one good point. Go ahead. I have 11 callers.
Okay, I want to make one good point.
Go ahead.
I want to make one point. I've seen in the past that they say white people can't have braids in their hair. That's cultural appropriation. How about white people invented everything? You can't have a car. You can't have a cell phone. You can't have anything. You can take your tacos and your fucking braids and go home.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Ryan.
How about that?
Letting it fly,
How about
Ryan.
that?
Well,
sorry, you got me heated up.
I did.
You got me heated.
I'm glad. That's what the show's supposed to do. Thanks for coming out, buddy, to Dallas. I appreciate that. But no, he actually makes a legitimate point, you know. I've made it, you know, years ago. But what if we did say to all the other people that are different and non-white, hey, you can't. What are you doing? You can't go to the moon. You had nothing to do with that. You can't. Although the traffic light was invented by a black guy, but then what's the traffic light used for? Carjackings in urban cities. Oh, Nick, for the love of Christ. And peanut butter, Carver, he was a person of color and ran a 4.540. But seriously, you guys, do you understand? White guys invented the idea of the United States, and anybody who isn't white that's come over, you're appropriating. And I know you're going to say, well, you guys appropriated the Indians. We sure did. We appropriated the shit out of the Indians. Liz Warren's great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmother was raped by two of John Adams' cousins. Oh, that was a dream I had. Let's go to Justin in Toronto, maybe the most politically correct city I've ever performed in. I don't know what's happened. The idiocy from the United States has spread northwards. Justin, what's going on, Justin?
Hey, Nick. How's it going, pal?
Pretty good, pal.
My name is not Ryan. I don't have 20 points. I just have one, and that's it.
Okay.
So. No, my question is, I'm sort of in the center of this whole thing, the whole PC, like the outrage on the left, even some of the outrage on the right and stuff like that. But kind of how I see this whole costume stuff is I sort of related to the kid that you saw in high school that had like the Metallica t-shirt on that didn't really know as to like, you know, didn't know any Metallica songs or albums, wore it around to be cool and stuff like that.
Yep.
So when I see somebody in like a headdress or something with an arrow through their head and they're sort of like, like, check this out.
Yeah.
For me, how I sort of see that is I'm like, hey, like if they had like an idea as to the history and what happened and all that sort of stuff, I would sort of like respect them more and kind of give them like the nod of to like, all right, you could wear that. Like, I disagree with you, but you know, it's like, all right, you could wear that because you sort of know what's going on.
What's
So
the
that's sort of
difference? What's the difference? So what if he doesn't? So what if he doesn't know what's going on?
Well, I don't know. For me, it just sort of seems like you know, you're just doing it for like a lowbrow yuck. You know what I mean? It's just sort of like, oh, like an arrow through the head, you know. So for me, I'm just like, I'm not offended by it whatsoever. And it's
I
one
think
of those
you
things
are.
I pass by like, man. But no, man, I got no time in the world to be offended by stuff, dude. So
I would
it's one of
think,
those things
but
where I
all right, Justin. I don't understand your logic though. If somebody knew the history of it, if you're talking about Indians, that would make it more offensive.
Well, yeah, you know,
right?
Yeah, and that's sort of
Is that what you're
that's
saying?
sort of my whole point. is
Okay.
that, yeah, it's just sort of like, hey, if you sort of know what's going on, it's like, and then, hey, you know what? If you want to side on the right side where you don't think it's a big deal, if you side on the other side where you think it is a big deal, that's cool. That's, you know, I'm not one to judge, but it's more so I kind of view it as that guy at like the concert who buys all the merch and walking around like, oh, I'm a fan, like check this out, blah, blah, but really there's no like substance to it. So that's sort of where I stand, being from a guy,
All right.
up north in Canada who's polite and on the left. But
all right, Justin.
I just want to say this. I'm a huge fan, of your comedy and all that stuff. I disagree with you sometimes, but I think that's what conversations are all about at the end of the day, right? So
that's right, Justin. Good call. Thank you. What, I can't wear a fucking Kiss t-shirt because I don't know how to play bass? You can be a casual fan of something, and I'm a fan of both. The point is, fucking mind your business. Even if the guy doesn't know the history of Native America, I don't give a shit. The point is, he has the right to wear it without you fucking whining, is my point. I think you would be more offended if the guy knew the history. Even that, I see what he's saying. He takes that as a positive. In other words, I know what the Indians went through, and fuck you anyways. I guess that's a positive, but that's you being more mean. I don't know. I couldn't find it, but I love the Toronto Maple Leafs. Austin Matthews is out for like a month, by the way. I have flow charts. I did. I made some flow charts of what might be appropriate and not. Where do I hold these up to? One. Like, I mean, racist. Well, yeah, Asian people are considered. Yeah, but I mean, come on. Like, it's a happy. Could be an emoji, a smiley fucking. But the Asians are upset about the emoji. But I'm like, you invented the fucking thing. And look, that's the same thing. He's pissed off. And you don't see many pissed off Asians unless they get a D in math, and they never do. Now, this one, somebody might have a problem with. I don't know. I've been drawing this on chalkboards and my school books since I was 7 years old. I find that very, very funny. That could be an Asian guy, or that could be me with the flu sitting on the toilet, constipated. I mean, it's all in the eye of the beholder. I mean, nobody's more sensitive than brown people, but that's because of white liberal jerk-offs. I mean, it's a nice person of color. Maybe an Al Roker typing. And then it gets a little more offensive, That could be Marshawn Lynch run through a motherfucker face. There's different. Now, my niece drew this. I sent her to summer camp in Tennessee, and some people call it a compound. Now, to me, this is a little over the line. I mean, that could be Ted Danson, fucker of Whoopi Goldberg, or Wait. I just noticed what this woman was holding. I have a problem with that. That's ridiculous. The characteristics are good, but I mean, come on. A fucking spear? That's over the top, is it not?
We have that shot working again, by the way.
What shot? Oh, that?
Yeah. We haven't had time to color adjust, but it looks Halloweenish, so...
Yeah, that's kind of good. Bring some color to Hillary in the corner. And how about the picture of Bill Maher? Remember after the crocodile guy, Steve Irwin, died a couple months, Bill Maher? That's what he went... You know what? Fucking laugh my balls off. Now people will go, really? A couple months? Too soon? Again, these are the PC people that ruin comedy. Too soon? So if you waited 6 months, is the guy less dead then? Is that how it works in your fucking mind? You cheese-eating cum guzzlers, you? That's funny, in my opinion. It doesn't even look like... You wouldn't even know what that was unless somebody explained it to you. Looks like he got stabbed with a straw at Denny's. I mean, how the fuck is... Speaking of Billy Maher, him and Michael Moore, guess what? They got possible bomb scares. There was a scare in Hollywood on Monday when a suspicious package addressed to Bill Maher was reported to authorities, and the powerhouse management firm that reps the comic had to evacuate its offices. Sources told Page 6 that Brillstein Entertainment, Let me tell you about Brillstein. What was his first name? Bernie Brillstein. He came out to see me at Stand Up New York when I first came to New York. I was had a little bit of heat on me. Things were going good. I did a showcase with some other comics at Stand Up New York. During my set, and I was murdering, and I never murder in that club. I don't know why. It's on the Upper West Side. They hate me. But I was killing that night. Bernie Brillstein is sitting in the back. He had a white beard like Santa Claus. As the place is laughing, and he's laughing, he leans back and falls out of his fucking chair. So I'm up there going, I'm going to get a movie deal. I just knocked Bernie Brillstein out of his fucking seat. He came up after and told me I laughed so hard I fell out of my seat. Nothing. Actually, not long after that, they wanted to sign me, but it was right during the, when the black comedy thing became Def Comedy Jam. Brillstein handled all those, and I didn't want to sign with them because I would have been, at they had 11 huge black acts. So I went with David and Christine Martin, and here I am doing a show from my basement. But kids. Sources told Page 6 Brillstein, which reps Marr, had been warned by authorities that Marr's name was on a list of potential targets by alleged mail bomber Cesar Sayok. Let me say something about Sayok. Fucking crazy, idiot, moron, but he had great taste in who he scared. Can I say that without being a jackass? The FBI had contacted Brillstein, a source said they were already on alert. When a suspicious package did arrive addressed to Marr on Monday, the firm contacted the FBI. Staff was evacuated for 90 minutes. I know right where the building is, right on Wilshire Boulevard. I've been around, I'll tell you. It luckily turned out to be a false alarm. It didn't turn out to be anything. So why are we talking about it? Because it was Bill Marr. A source told us that the Marr incident was one of 3 or 4 suspicious packages reports called into LA authorities on Monday. Sources told us that the police also visited the home and office of Michael Moore on Monday in Traverse City, Michigan. Nothing was found there. More other than a whole bunch of fucking butter cookies, a box of Malamars, and 7 pounds of Gouda. Moore revealed this week that he caught Sayok on film at a Trump rally while making his documentary Fahrenheit 11/9, but said the footage didn't make it into the finished film. He released the clip online. A photo of Moore superimposed with a target was plastered on Sayok's van. Like I said, he had great taste. Only person to be targeting Michael Moore is Jenny fucking Craig. Am I right? Get out of here! Marr spoke about the bomber on his show Friday and slammed Trump by saying of the president's tweet blaming mainstream media, that sounds like he's not condemning the bomber. It sounds to me like he's partnering with him. Oh, is that what it sounded like to you, you fucking dummy?
Thank you.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Yeah, he was partnering with the bomber. I love to be anti-Semitic right now, but I can't. And I've said good things about Bill Marr, actually, here and there. I like his spunk. Like I said, if it was a sports team, he's the guy you hate that you'd like on your team. But it doesn't take much courage to be living in L.A. and Hollywood for the last 40 years and spewing your fucking liberal jokes. It's real fucking edgy. Let's go to John in Seattle. John, how are you?
Yeah, how you doing, man? Just curious, man. What are you going for Halloween, dude?
What am I going for Halloween? I'm going as your sister, John.
My sister?
Oh, yeah, your sister.
Christ. I give enough crap to my sister.
You what?
Yeah, I give enough crap to my sister, man.
Do you really?
Don't push that on her. Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? I can tell from your tone of voice you're a PC jerk off from Seattle. Fuck off. How about that? I can just tell from their tone. Hey, what are you doing? It's just a glib, I've been in comedy 30 fucking years. It's the one thing I know better than most people, even the people in the business. And I could sense your PC. I could smell your PC dog shit from the West Coast. I could smell it. Hey, what are you going as, dude? Yeah, fucking good comeback with all. I give my shifter enough shit. That's right. I'm making fun of transgender people, John. Why don't you fly to fucking New York and sue me? Go bang a salmon. This goddamn cocaine. Let's move on, shall we? CNN host, the biggest terror threat in this country is white men. You know who said that? Don the Goo Gobbler, Lemon. Yeah, put a picture of Don Lemon up there with Cuomo. There you go. Huh? There you go. Look at that. If that doesn't say New York, I don't know which Cuomo is that. Is that the governor or is that the guy from CNN kissing a gay black man on the streets of Manhattan? Boy, it's hard to see how Trump won, huh? Look at that. But racist Don Lemon gets away with it because he's gay and he's racist. He hates fucking white people. He's confused about his sexuality. Maybe not. CNN host Don Lemon is under fire. Is he under fire? Because I haven't read anything. I haven't read where they're going to suspend him. I haven't read where he might get canned permanently. I want you to think about a fucking guy on Fox News saying, you know, black people are really they're really the terror. I mean, they kill each other every weekend in every major urban, every city. Chicago, they kill people of all color. They commit 70% of the violent crime in this country, disproportionate amount of crime, and they really are the problem. How would that fly? If a white guy said that at Fox or anywhere, is Don Lemon on the air tonight? I'm guessing. I don't even know, but I haven't heard. It says under fire. It said he's under fire. Fucking, how is he under fire?
He's a fan.
All right, that's beside the point, Tony. Here's a video of Don Lemon saying this atrocious shit.
So we have to stop demonizing people and realize the biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized to the right.
Guys, do it again. Guys, we're playing Johnny Depp as Whitey Bulger. Can we play this clip again?
So we have to stop demonizing people and realize the biggest terror threat in this country is white men, most of them radicalized to the right. And we have to start doing something about them. There is no travel ban on them. There is no ban on, they have the Muslim ban. There is no white guy ban. So what do we do about that?
Fuck you! 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 Fuck you!
You smug cocksucker. Fuck you.
What do we do about you, you piece of shit? You lying piece of shit. You are the cancer in this country. Trump hasn't gone after your fucking network enough. I bet you're on the air tonight. Huh? Is this going to go under the fucking radar? You're the fucking problem. You're the cancer. Fucking idiot. Look at Cuomo just co-signing his bullshit. Another dumb, self-hating white man from fucking New York. Ugh. Off the fucking rails. Cuomo responded by telling Lemon he was making the right fucking point. Well, naturally he did.
Thank you.
Although the bizarre diatribe was quickly denounced by critics, CNN did not immediately respond to her requests for comment. Fox, really? I thought he was under fire. Fox News contributor DeRoy Murdoch, black guy, said the racism coming from the left and mainstream media has become breathtaking, pointing to Lemon's comment as the latest example. Lemon's latest spurt of acid, he says, is the most unusual plea for national unity. We have to stop demonizing people. And then, just 2 words later, a blast of divisiveness worthy of a machete. Exactly. Murdoch hits it right on the head. But it'll be swept under the rug because again, he's a black guy in the United States whose great grandparents went through some fucking hell, and we have to pay for it karmically. Imagine he says we have to do something about it. What are you going to do about it, Don? What are you going to do about it? No, I'm asking you, Don. What are you going to do about the white man problem in the United States? You're already doing it with your fucking horseshit fake news at CNN. You're already doing the devil's bidding. You have black and white people at each other's throats because of idiots like you. So, Lemon injected race into a discussion of topics including the anti-Semitic Trump-hating gunman who killed 11 worshippers. And then he says, the right-wing groups killed a woman in Charlottesville. This guy is a right-winger who killed the people in the synagogue. The right-winger sent bombs to CNN and Democrats. I don't see Democrats killing people, Lemon also said. Oh, my God. How fucking stupid is this fucking guy?
You smug cocksucker.
I don't see the left killing people. What do you got, fucking Alzheimer's? Why do you fucking talk to Steve Scalise? Oh, that's right. He was just gravely wounded. And 5 other Republicans shot on a baseball field. Oh, that doesn't count. I don't see other fucking leftists trying to kill you. Don't? That's how much of a bubble you live in? You already forgot about that? Are you shitting me? Fucking, imagine being that fucking myopic. He's not going to bring that up. It doesn't fit the CNN narrative. Lemon's comments about white men being a terror threat went largely unnoticed until Daily Wire reported Ryan Saavedra circulated the video via Twitter on Tuesday night. Fox News senior political analyst Britt Hume responded. I can do a good Britt Hume. I'll put my glasses down just like you do. I have the same mouth as Britt. I could hardly believe I actually said that. But the video shows he certainly did. I mean, remarkable. Donald Trump Jr. tweeted the video captioned, I imagine the outrage if you change white men with any other demographic. Actually, that was Donald Trump Jr.'s tweet. Donald Trump Jr. said, imagine the outrage if you change white men with... Yeah, I already did that, Don. But it's a valid point. But we keep pointing out the double standards. And nothing happens. If he's on the air tonight, I'm going down to the studio on my Vesper. You can get away with anything in this country if you're on TV and you're a minority. What's that? Super chat? Ed.
So I had a big one from Mike Rossi. Nick, the hypocrisy. Yes, it was terrible, but people don't realize the African Americans' own people were selling them into slavery.
Yes, we know all that, Mike. Jeez. Yes. The other big point is that the West didn't invent slavery, but they ended it. Nobody brings that. Slavery is being practiced across the globe, and the West abolished it. But you don't hear that brought up by Don Goo Gobbler Lemon. Go ahead.
I got Chris Kaufman Jr. Equal rights movement becomes a supremacy movement.
Yes. You are correct. Well, the feminist movement grabbed onto the coattails of the civil rights movement, and I always think of roller derby. Do you remember? I don't know if you watch roller derby. They do that chain, and the one guy whips around the outside. That's what the feminists did. They blew by the civil rights movement, grabbed onto their coattails, and it's turned into a. And there's plenty of feminists. Tammy Bruce used to be the head of NOW, National Organization for Women. She's a gay woman. She was the head of NOW. And she's now a right-winger. Some of them, some people grow up and see the fucking psychosis of the left and the militancy, and they say, and she's so bright. I see her on TV a lot, and same with Camille Paglia, a gay woman who fucking hates today's feminist movement. So you're right, Mr. Rossi, Mr. Rosie, Mr. Rizzy. Let's go to Evan in Florida. Evan, what's up? Evan, you are on, sir. Well, maybe if I click the button. I was looking at my own lipstick and eyeliner. I didn't. Evan, what's up?
Are you able to hear me?
Yeah, good.
I just wanted to congratulate you on the Elizabeth Warren costume. I think it's spot on.
Oh, please. I'm prettier than she is. That's a terrible thing to say.
You did a pretty damn good job. Did you hear about what Hillary Clinton said about African American people?
Yes, I did. That they all look alike, and we covered that yesterday.
Said they all look alike.
Yeah.
You don't see. There's barely any outrage at all.
No, I know.
Can you imagine if Donald Trump said something?
Yeah, no, exactly, Evan. They don't even have to. They don't even. And again, my point was she should be able to say shit like that. And it actually showed she's human, and I actually kind of laughed. It's the only time I've ever seen her be funny. And my point being, she wouldn't have let you and I get away with that for a second. And they don't even. They're shameless. It's not even hypocrisy. They don't have to be ashamed. They know that they have the media in their pocket and everything else. It really is ridiculous. Thank you, Evan, for the call so much. I appreciate it. Trump ain't playing. Video shows hundreds. I don't know if we have video or we do. Video shows hundreds of military vehicles being shipped to the border. We have any of that?
The proud, the Marines.
Those look like vehicles being shipped to rich rappers. That's like that's going to like Jay-Z's house. This is what they drive around in New York now. Footage of train heading southbound reportedly captured in Arizona. A video posted on Twitter showed a shipment of hundreds of military vehicles reportedly being sent to the U.S. border in anticipation of a showdown with migrant caravan currently headed to the United States. Train in Arizona recently heading southbound. Guy says on Twitter, Trump ain't playing. Oh, promises fucking made, promises kept. That makes him a bad president. You know that. The footage comes as President Trump announced he would be sending 5,200 troops to strengthen border security after reports that a caravan of about 14,000 migrants made up of mostly Hondurans has continued making its way towards the U.S. border. But here's what bummed me out when I started reading more. The more than 5,200 active duty troops being sent by Trump to the border, U.S.-Mexican border, will be limited in what they can do under a federal law that restricts the military from engaging in law enforcement on American soil, naturally. So the only things they're going to be allowed to do is make finger sandwiches, give people sponge baths. Baths? That's plural. Sponge baths. And play soccer with little kids. That's basically it. We're reduced to a fucking party at Chuck E. Cheese. That means the troops will not be allowed to detain immigrants. Well, of course not. Seize drugs from smugglers or have any direct involvement in stopping a migrant caravan that's still about 1,000 miles. By the way, this is the Associated Press, which is very liberal. So that's they can't detain immigrants or seize drugs from smugglers or have any direct involvement in stopping the migrant caravan. Who comes up with this shit?
You fucking people. You have no idea how to defend a nation.
R. Gil Kurlikowski, Customs and Border Protection Commissioner from 2014 to 2017, said the military cannot stop asylum seekers who show up at border crossings to seek protection, and that Border Patrol agents have had no trouble apprehending people who cross illegally. Yeah, I guess they've had no trouble in the last few. That's why we have 22 million illegals living in the country for the last 20 years. I see it as by the way, this guy worked under Obama and Trump, I guess, because he worked at 20. I see it as a political stunt and a waste of military resources and a waste of tax dollars, Kurlikowski said, who was at the helm during a major surge of Central American migrants in 2014. To use active duty military and put them in that role, I think is a huge mistake. I see it as nothing more than pandering to the midterm elections by the president. Oh, is that how you see it?
Who said that? Who the fuck said that? Who's the slimy little communist shit twinkle-toed cocksucker down here who just signed his own death warrant?
If I could, I'd grab this microphone and I'd beat your brains out with it because that's what you deserve. That's what you deserve.
And despite the heightened rhetoric they go on, the number of immigrants apprehended at the border is dramatically lower than past years. Yeah, you know why that is? Because when Trump fucking ran for president, he said, I'm going to build a wall. You dopes. And it's the first thing he said, and it's how he won. And those people said, you know what? This guy's not fucking around. He's not a Miss Barack Obama. So why even make the trek? It's amazing, isn't it? When you actually put your country first. And by the way, I don't know where they're getting their statistics, because I've been reading that the last few months it's a record as far as people trying to cross. So I don't know who to fucking believe anymore. Border Patrol agents this year made only a quarter of the arrests they made in 2000 at the height of illegal immigration, when the agency had half of the staffing it does today. Again, this is from the AP. The demographics have also drastically changed from mostly Mexican men traveling alone to Central American families with children. Oh, is that right? Is that right? Because I've been looking at those caravans, and I see nothing but young males in there. Again, more fucking fake horseshit news, in my opinion. Migrants arriving at the border will now see a sizable U.S. military presence. Yeah, thank God. More than double 2,000 who are in Syria fighting, see, they try to make a point, the Islamic State. So what's your point? What is your point? That Trump sees these people as more dangerous than ISIS? Was that your underhanded? Even though their mission will be largely a support role. You know. It's exhausting. Do you understand the optics to a lefty or a progressive? Just the military, all those trucks and shit being shipped to the border. Do you understand that keeps them up at night? The fact that we're trying to slow down other people from coming into this country and leeching off the American taxpayer, that obviously makes you a bigot if you're for that type of shit. Oh, my lipstick's fading. The show must be over soon. What we got here? Boosty, New York. What your thoughts are when they played those sound bites of Obama when he said, our president's trying to spread hate, this administration of hate. Obama saying Trump is trying to make them out as a gang member. I don't have to see. I didn't see that particular. I heard about it. It's the same rhetoric that he's been fucking spewing when he got elected. Hate. I said it on Tough Crowd. What are we? This is 2018. So I said that 15, 16 years ago, I said on Tough Crowd, I hate how the left, when you disagree with them, they label you a hater. I was 15 years ahead of the curve on that one. It doesn't surprise me. That's what they do. And there's enough PC people. That's what they're telling you. Obama and people who think like him and who love him, when they start an argument with somebody like me or you, they start at that they're morally superior to you. That's where they start their argument. They really think they are fucking more virtuous than you. Our president is trying to spread hate. That's funny because that's all I saw was hate when Obama was president. Ferguson, Baltimore, the knockout game. Do I have to play that clip again? The country was never meaner. But see, hate can only come from white people, according to Obama. Fucking moron and people who like him. Only you can be a hater or a bigot or a racist because you're the oppressor. Even if you live in Appalachia and you shit into a coffee can twice a day and work in a coal mine, you're the oppressor. It's nice how he generalizes. Trump's trying to make them out as gang members. Well, you know what? A couple of them, Mr. Obama, shot at Mexican cops yesterday. Did you bring that up in your little speech, you Marxist fuck? I have more evidence that Trump's right than you're right. How about with the Honduran flags and shit? Yeah, you fucking globalist. Fucking moron. I didn't read my dates. Yeah, I'll do it at the end. I didn't, did I? I had them at the bottom of the pile. Super chat, what? What's it about?
I got about 4.
Any of them related to what I'm talking about? Go ahead. I don't care.
Yeah, one. I got one. Tom Jones. Just pay attention to what Alex Jones was saying years ago about these caravans containing terrorists. They've been there since the Iran-Contra BS.
To some extent, yes. I don't know if they were as big as this and what happened when they got here. People like Obama, what happens is they have to go, if they claim asylum, once they get a foot on the ground, you have to let them in. They go to court. If they're claiming asylum, which they have the right to do, and they give them a ticket to appear later on, and they don't show up. It's a con game. It's been going on forever, so he's absolutely right. And, you know, Trump wanting to put a stop to that makes him a racist. Go ahead, Ryan. Next.
Dustin Tolan says you look like his Aunt Edith.
I look like what?
You look like his Aunt Edith.
I don't know if I look like your Aunt Edith or not, but I'm guessing she did not get a lot of dick. Next. I could be wrong. A lot of guys like this type of lesbian from Sicily look. Go ahead.
Mike Rossi says, Nick, I feel like I'm deciphering moon footage. I can't tell if that American flag on your desk is waving or not.
What about the moon footage? Oh, God. Mr. Rossi. Next.
Patrick Dorr. Best news segment, Patrice kicking Prez of Now's ass.
Prez of Now?
He said Prez of Now apostrophe S. Ass.
I don't know what that means.
Neither do I.
I seriously, I can't do this anymore. Like 4 out of the 5 ones you read, there's always Prez of Now. What does that mean? I have no idea. Yeah, we're scratching that segment. Sorry.
I can only read the relevant ones if you want.
No, that's fine. I'm good. Finally tonight, Joe Donnelly, Democrat, Indiana, insults minority staffers during final Senate debate. During Tuesday night's crucial and final debate in what is shaping up as a much tighter Indiana Senate race than anyone expected, the Democrat bragged about the racial diversity of some of his top Senate campaign staffers, but appeared to be surprised that their ethnicity did not hold them back from doing a great job. Check this out.
Our state director is Indian American, but he does an amazing job. Our director of all constituent services, she's African American, but she does an even more incredible job than you could ever imagine.
I know what you did. You're a damn predator. All right, just get the hell out of here, huh?
Oh my God. The word but can be really harmful if not used right. I got a bunch of black people on my staff, but they do a great job. I got some broads on my staff, but they do better than you think for broads. Oh, my aching stem. And I'm sure he'll get away with it. Fucking precious. Precious, Mr. Donnelly. I guess the guy, he's running again. Look at him. Looks like a union guy from the 50s. It says, it is the word but that caught everyone's attention. Exactly. Well, except for a national media that would already be using this gaffe to crucify Donnelly's challenger, Republican Mike Braun. Had he said anything close to the same, he'd be crucified. In fact, with less than a week to go, because Braun is creeping into the lead, had the Republicans said it, just as they did with Todd Aiken's dumb comment about rape in 2012, the national media would have been crucifying the entire Republican Party senseless with it, which is exactly right. Again, pointing out the double standards, but let's fix it. I got some broads and minorities working for me, but you know what? Despite what you think, they can really do the job. It's like Biden talking about Obama when he first started running. This guy's articulate. He's charismatic, and he's clean. They are the biggest race. They project their racism on us, folks. They're the most racist people. Anybody who panders or patronizing is just fucking horrible. All right, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is it for your Halloween show. Thank you. Do you guys not in costume anymore? Was it too hot in there or something? Guys are melting. You're still me. You're a skinny young kid with a blue shirt on and a tie.
I had a makeup. There's a spot on your face earlier, but it rubbed off.
Whose idea was that? Yours?
Janice.
You're going to have 2 spots in your face. I don't know what that means. That could be some type of homophobic thing. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Dates, real quick. Go to nickdip.com. You can get the dates, but I'll read them to the people who are listening. This Friday and Saturday night, November 2nd and 3rd, Governor's Levittown, Long Island. Tuesday, November 6th, the Fat Black Pussycat, New York City. Friday, November 9th, Saturday, November 10th, Comics Mohegan Sun, Uncasville, Connecticut. Saturday, November 17th, the Comedy Shop, Bud Lake, New Jersey. Friday, November 30th, Saturday, December 1st, the Corner Comedy Club, Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada. Monday, December 31st, New Year's Eve, Tarrytown Music Hall, Tarrytown, New York. Saturday, January 12th, Fairfield Theater, Fairfield, Connecticut. Saturday, January 19th, Bobby V's in Windsor Locks, Connecticut. So go to nickdip.com for all your ticket information. Thank you so much. Happy Halloween, and don't eat too much candy and shit, huh? Remember, you think it, I will say it. You are so welcome, and we'll see you tomorrow, patrons.